Hey folks, Kevin here. Well, it's March 8th, 2024, and I'm out in the western garden plot where the blueberry plants are out here in this area. Honeyberries around the perimeter, thornless blackberries down there at the other end. And one of my goals today, since we've got a nice day going on out here today, is to come out here and do some hardwood cuttings of some of the our blueberry plants that we have here so we can propagate more. So let's have a look here. So here's a shoot that came up from last year, and all along the sides here, these are all leaf buds all around here. Looks like we do have a couple of flowering or fruiting buds at the top, but here's two examples of what I can get. I'll prune them just above the area where they can branch out from the leaves here for next season. And what I'll do is I'll go down take some samples from various blueberry plants in this area here. These are I think 4 or 5 different varieties, 5 different varieties here, and so they will cross-pollinate. Some of the native plants could even pollinate with these as well, since the hives are right out there. So so we'll see what we can do. I have my camera mounted here. I don't know if this will show up very well, but I'll go ahead and turn that on when I'm doing it, so maybe you can see what I'm doing down below. And I just went ahead and mixed up some peat moss and some perlite. So it's really important to have an inert mixture, something without any fertilizers, no nutrient sources for bacteria, viruses, protozoa, fungi, any of those. Now there are some that are going to be in any basic media, but we're trying to reduce the chances of these plants, who are really dormant right now, from starting to decompose, to rot, before they callus over and then start to produce roots. So it's really important to keep the soilless mixture nice and moist. We don't want to drench it. So the peat moss will hold a certain amount. The perlite will help to release some. And we'll probably start these inside today. Now they don't have to be started inside, they could be started outside, and we just want to keep the roots from, or the area where the roots will be, from getting frozen solid. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off now, get this set, and go around with the pruners and gather several ones. Then I'll go inside the work area and prune them to the point and start them with some rooting hormone and put them into the to the soilless mixture as I just described. So here I go. Okay, so I got a clean container here I just rinsed out. Turn on my pruner and go ahead, and this is a little bit big, but I'm going to prune this one right here. I'll just go down the line and see which ones. I got some that really need to be pruned out of here that are shooting up, but yeah, I'm not going to take any from this one. So the different varieties are going to get mixed together here. All right, we'll go right about there. Dang it, Kevin, don't knock things over. Okay, so this is the group of cuttings that I just got from the blueberry patch outside just a few minutes ago. This is almost the size of a pencil, and there's a couple that are much smaller, much thinner. The thinner they are, the less confidence that they're going to end up doing well, like this one here. But first thing is we want to look at them, and this is a leaf node right here. These are leaf nodes. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and right up around in here there'll be more as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm prune this off, and that's a leaf node there. I'm going to prune this off. Probably did just. There's a leaf node there as well, and I'm going to prune this one off here. So now we can have several of the nodes in the soilless mixture, and we always, when we insert it. So what we will do is right now we're moisturizing our soilless mixture, which is peat moss and perlite mixture, and we make sure that the leaf nodes are pointing up, so the leaves will come out in this direction. And so we want to have enough nodes above the surface of the soil to leaf out and do photosynthesis so that we can start to develop the roots. We want to have enough leaf nodes below the surface so that we can get rooting to start to occur at each one of these little leaf nodes as well. So I'm just going to set that one in here. This is a flower bud or a fruiting bud here. These two here are. So I don't want those. And there's enough nodes here that will give this a shot. I don't know that it will work, but what the heck, it is, there's no sense in wasting them. Typically when I go ahead and do the adding the rooting hormone to it, I'll cut this again right at the base of one of these nodes. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm just going to prune this off and this off, and that's as long as I'm going to want to have one. It's probably 9 or 10 inches long. Now look at this here. Let's see. So here's fruit producing nodes here, so we don't want those. We're going to go ahead and get rid of those. I'm going to go right down above, so there's a leaf node right here. Just going to cut that right down above that. And so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, potentially 8. Is there I think what I'm going to do is cut this one off here. Really nice clean secateurs or pruning shears, and I think what I'll do is I'll just prune this like right there and get rid of these 2 flowering buds or fruiting buds there. So I doubt that those ones will take, but I'm going to go ahead and get everything I can out of this. All right, so we got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to cut it right there. Okay, so right now I've got 6 about 4-inch tall pots, and I have them in a flat support, and I doubled the non-perforated no holes in 2 of these layers here because we'll be bringing this into the house to start out with. And again, this is peat moss and perlite mixed together. Really important to soak your peat moss, really get it to wick up all the moisture because it's bone dry when you buy it. And that won't help out too much. You really want to maintain moisture in here. You want it to drain well. Depending on how well the moisture is retained in there, probably water it maybe 3 times a day, 2 times a day, depending. But you want the water to just run right through it and run right out of it as well. So you can use any rooting hormone. I just went ahead and put these into the base of it. Just follow the instructions on your rooting hormone mixture. And do I have a small pencil or something here to... I'll go ahead and use probably one of these. No, some markers. Got a pen right here. So I think I decided I'd do 5. So I'll just go ahead and poke a hole, put this in, poke a hole, put this one in. Poke a hole, put this one in. Poke a hole, put this one in. And then make sure I'm packing right around it. We don't want air around these. And I'll probably add a little more soilless mixture to this in a moment. It's kind of messy the way I'm doing it right now. No voids. I'll have it a little bit closer to the center there. So these are going to have to callus over first. Starting them inside may get things to go a little bit quicker. Okay, I just finished up topping them off, the pots off, and then rinsing out the tray since I got a lot of the soilless mixture in the tray and around the pots, and hose them all down after topping off all the pots. So there's, I think, 65 or 66 cuttings. We'll see how things work out. The keys are, number 1, taking cuttings and getting several nodes per segment that you're cutting, having the leaf nodes pointing up, removing all fruit and flowering buds, remove all of those beforehand. Using an inert mixture, peat moss and perlite, could be sand, could be ground bark, could be any variety of things that there aren't any nutrients in and that aren't going to necessarily promote bacteria, protozoa, fungal growth and all. And it is during the dormant time of the year. These are hardwood cuttings of last year's growth. Some of them are probably 2 years growth, but most of it's last year's growth. We went ahead and in this case use liquid root hormone, a rooting hormone, to go ahead and try and stimulate growth. They're going to take several weeks to a couple, 2 to 3 months to callus over. They will produce leaves long before they produce their roots. I won't be testing these until next fall. It's really easy to get super excited when you see the leaves coming out, but if you don't keep the soil nice and moist and mist the leaves as well, we'll probably be misting the leaves a couple times a day and see how things go. So that's it. That's the project there that we're going to do. Maybe tomorrow we'll start some of the seeds, the blueberry seeds that we saved from last year, and we'll go over that process. So I hope you found this video of value. If you did, please give us a thumbs up, share it with your friends. And by all means, folks, stay safe and take good care of yourselves. Bye-bye now.